While it goes without saying you should protect your time from being wasted by incompetent mechanics, unscrupulous contractors, a spouse who is likely to divorce you, or the hated them on the outside, the truth is a significant percent of your time is unconsciously wasted by people you like, and you're unaware of it. My friend Vince, for example, bought an egg timer and leaves it on his oven. When any one of his girlfriends comes over and starts complaining about work, their family, or what have you, he grabs the timer, sets it for 5 minutes, and says, "You have 5 minutes to get it out of your system. Once it's done, we move on to flirtatious, fun, sexual, or otherwise enjoyable conversation." He does this not because he doesn't like these girls, nor does he do this because he thinks his women are somehow disrespecting him or taking advantage of him. He does this because, like all humans, they are unaware they are wasting his time. And it's a very diplomatic and adroit way to let them vent, while limiting the amount of his time they waste. The problem is, not everybody is as attentive or observant as Vince. Because if you were to stop and study how we interact with people and how others interact with us, we both waste a tremendous amount of each other's time. Both because we are myopically focused on ourselves, unconsciously feeling entitled to other people's time, and we are also socialized/conditioned to assume that just because someone is talking to us, we owe them an audience. This is great when it comes to socializing among other human beings and forming friendships, but if not guarded against, an incredible amount of time can be wasted, especially by those close to us. Your children, for example, especially when younger, are going to waste an insane amount of your time talking to you about essentially nothing. This isn't their fault because they're new to the world. They don't know anything, and they don't know what makes a good story or a bad story. They only know you as mom or dad, and just assume you will drop whatever you're doing and eagerly listen to what they have to say, because why wouldn't you? Women are notorious for killing their men off early with never-ending stories about their woes at work, their problems at school, or whatever else they talk about. We don't really listen after a while. It's not because they don't like you, it's because it's perfectly human to go and complain to your spouse about your problems. Even friends assume they're entitled to your audience, even your help, which mechanics and tradesmen can certainly attest to. A friend has some car trouble or a water heater that needs replacing, and they just call you up thinking you'll come over and fix it, oftentimes for free. It's not that they're consciously trying to cheat you. It's been conditioned into the human psyche we communally help each other out. But conscious or not, you need to guard against people wasting your time. If your spouse isn't getting to the point or is boring you, you have every right to break out an egg timer or say, "Do you have a point?" If a friend wants your help with fixing his computer, you have every right to charge him. If you're among a group of inattentive friends whose heads are all up their own asses, you have every right to take command and say, "Hey, we're doing it this way." And there's no reason to get out of your car and stand in -10 degrees waiting for your spouse to gather all of her shit in the passenger seat. Get your ass inside where it's warm, and she will inevitably learn to get out of the car faster. You'll be amazed when you realize how much of your time people unconsciously waste, and how much of their time you waste in return, and how much more productive you can be when you prevent them from wasting it.